It is March 14th, 2019. This crusade continues, and these dogs continue to prove that they do not deserve to be taken care of by humans. It's reported on March 13th, yesterday, 6-year-old boy attacked by a dog riding his bike. They said a dog came out of nowhere and attacked him. German Shepherd. I assume that there was a predatory component, as Dr. Curtis suggested, because the boy was riding a bike, right? He was a moving target. But this was indeed an attack out of the blue. The dog's reason here is irrelevant because the boy did nothing wrong. An adult was close by and chased the dog off. The boy said he is now scared to ride his bike. They talked to the owner, and as usual, he has never had an issue with his dog and plans to apologize to the family. But he did not say that he plans on offering to pay for medical expenses. How does this happen? How does the man's dog mysteriously get loose and he not know about it? Happens all the time. And as usual, the first thing a loose dog wants to do is find somebody to attack. And it's usually a vulnerable target, an old person or a small child, usually a child, because they are overly aggressive mutants. It should be outlawed. They talked about how there needs to be an animal control unit in this area because there are several stray dogs running around terrorizing the community. Those sweet souls that would outlive everybody if the kindest hearts were rewarded with the longest lives. Once again, a dog goes after their favorite target, children. And the people who defend the presence of these creatures project themselves as morally superior, while the creatures terrorize the community. The laws that instruct insurance companies to charge homeowners based on the dog's attack history is flawed. Seeing that these creatures are hardwired to attack, they should simply be illegal to own. At the very least, they should be charged as if they all have attacked someone already. Another dog attack report 2 days ago. A man was transported by medical helicopter to a Pittsburgh hospital after being bitten by a dog Tuesday at a humane society. This man was attacked by a dog that he raised from a puppy. The man had financial issues, right? So he had to give the dog up. He reestablished himself, came back for the dog, and on his way out, the dog attacked him. A perfect example of how untrustworthy these creatures actually are. Also, 2 days ago, a woman is walking down the sidewalk, passes another woman in her 50s who had a Labrador on a leash. The dog owner tried to move from the sidewalk to the street, but the dog was too strong for the owner to handle. The dog pulled the owner back onto the sidewalk where the dog made contact with the victim. As the victim was passing by the dog, she stopped and placed her hands by the side of her body so the dog could smell her. But the dog suddenly lunged at her. Notice how the victim did exactly what these so-called experts tell you to do. Don't run. Stand there with your hands by your side. Allow the dog to smell you. And what happened? She was attacked out of the blue. Was this a case of fear? All right, was there a fear component here or a predatory component? It just sounds like a violent component, dominance component from a creature that is far too unstable and violent to live in human territory. It's really that simple. This is my argument. I don't have to prove it. These mutants prove it themselves. Also, 2 days ago, March 12th, a police officer was attacked after responding to a 911 call. Officers arrived. The man who made the call let them inside. Out of nowhere, here comes a flying pit bull. Bites one of the officers. Dog was shot but not killed. The dog then fled and was later located by an animal control officer. Yet another attack out of the blue. This is one reason why you should never enter the home of a dog owner. They'll try to lure you in. They'll try to get you to come inside because they want to see their dog pounce on you. They'll tell you that it's friendly. Don't do it. Right? I would advise you to not be a friend with people like that. After the mutt attacks you, they'll hit you with the same story. The dog has never shown aggression. Also reported, March 12th, 2 days ago, in Maryland, an adult female was walking in an apartment complex parking lot when she was attacked by a dog. The victim described the dog as large and brown. The victim was transported to a local hospital with puncture wounds on her arms and legs. Of course, yet again, an attack out of the blue. This claim made by this highly respected and decorated, educated dog behaviorist that dogs don't attack out of the blue is one of the most ridiculous statements. And I've heard a lot of ridiculous statements from dog lovers. Dogs nearly always attack out of the blue. Right? How many stories do we have here in only 2 or 3 days? Another story reported yesterday. Deputies shoot and kill a dog after being attacked. Dog owners got beware of dog signs everywhere, but refused to control the dogs when the officers came around. They even had this sign up, dog will bite. Right. This dog found out the hard way that bullets bite as well. And of course the owners are given some sob story about how the dog was an angel, how he was a good dog and just protecting the kids, and how they are such victims. Another story reported 3 hours ago, right? Arkansas woman on vicious dog attack. They were literally eating me alive. She is recovering after being dragged behind a house and viciously attacked by a pack of dogs. 27-year-old who did not want to be identified had more bites than her doctor was able to count. He said he stopped counting at 200. She said she was attacked by about 10 dogs. Deputies spoke to the dog's owners, but they said there's legally nothing they can do because it's not illegal in their county to have unleashed dogs. They spoke to the dog's owner, who said they knew nothing about the attack and suggested that it could have been coyotes. Right? This story happened 10 hours ago. Family dogs kill 53-year-old man in Santa Fe, mauled to death by his relatives' dogs. This was all in the past 3 days. All of this. And it's only the tip of the iceberg of dog attacks. Unbelievable how they allow these things on airplanes, how they allow dogs in public places, how they allow them to be owned, period, and how they push the idea that they should live inside of homes with children. They push this hard. Crazy. These same mutants on every other commercial, shown in movies and ads with kids, encouraging people to deal with dogs just as they would deal with their own toddlers. They encourage these attacks, insisting that dogs deserve to be fed and allowed to live inside of your home. To grant these same creatures a bunch of rights. To use our tax dollars, to build parks for these filthy, worthless parasites. To create shelters, make a multi-billion-dollar food production industry to feed them. We shouldn't be doing anything for these creatures other than adding them to the meat market, making them illegal to own. Their presence should be completely removed. They should be more despised than any other creature on the planet. But they're the most loved. How did we become this stupid? What an embarrassment to mankind. Protect yourselves. Don't be shy or silent to tell people that you do not want to come inside of their home, that you are not a dog lover. Tell them that you hate dogs. That is exactly what I do. Carry protection. Because these dog nuts are so brain dead. They could literally watch 1,000 people get mauled for no reason consecutively with their own two eyes, and they will still call dogs loving angels sent from heaven. They will continue to purchase and maintain dogs no matter what. And they will maintain a continued assault on the population, oftentimes themselves as well. These people are so brain dead, they can be told on live TV that all dogs in this country have been infected with a parasite that causes them to attack you. And these dog nuts would respond to that report by going out to purchase another dog. They are very controlling, selfish people who are extremely brainwashed and indoctrinated. They don't care about anyone other than themselves, and they really don't care about themselves that much. Protect yourselves. Always have something on you to neutralize an attacking dog. Don't allow yourself to be the next victim in a news report.